this is a bit of a late podcast. You've been mad busy with work. I've been crazy busy with my new work, and to be honest, getting an episode out within a month is still an accomplishment, I think. I haven't even been, ever since I went away to Italy and stuff, I haven't even done any reels or anything like that. I swear, as you get older, time goes, but I'm just happy that we're able to get like a podcast out like every 3 weeks or so, or something like that, because I just enjoy it. Do you know what? I love my new job, but I was like generally thinking like, I'm actually, beforehand when we used to shoot the podcast and stuff like that, I'd be like, oh, I've got to set everything up. Now I welcome it. I'm like, I get to sit down with Chika for an hour and talk football. Yeah. Like, not stress and kind of zone out.
Yeah, it's different.
It's nice. So, yeah, it's relaxing, and I'm sure we'll have plenty of clips. But you well, bro?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just trying to have a good time. I'm a smoke a bitch, I don't do lines. Have you heard that song? Yeah.
Nah.
You haven't?
No.
By Ambush.
No, local boy.
Local. Shout out.
Local to
shout him out.
Local to here.
Is it?
Yeah. Is it?
Can you shout him out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought. Chika, I'm not out here throwing out gang signs.
Is it?
And that was the last time you saw Jack and Chika.
It will literally just be Jack for next week.
Yeah. It's like if you got ever in a scandal in the newspaper.
That's what you'd say to Lisa, isn't it?
It would be a photo of Bukayo Saka. It's like, I threw up the gang sign and you're the one that gets nicked for it.
The gang-affiliated Chika.
Yeah,
gang-affiliated.
Yeah, they're only going for one person there. State of our country, yeah.
Yeah, man.
You got to just laugh at it.
Big up the Daily Mail.
Yeah, big up the Sun.
Big up the Sun.
Disgusting. But I feel like I'm a bit tired, but we got some juice in our veins. We've got, we're living life on the edge. Got the squash going, got the Coke Zero going, lemon, and the football weren't bad either this weekend. Although
satisfying.
I've got do you know what? For the first time, should we just get straight into the football? Yeah. I know. This is
a lot's happened.
One thing I'll just say before we go in. I was telling you about the wine bar. I just want to shout out Le Beaujolais. I've turned into a winey again. Fun fact about me, I'm wine trained because I worked in hospitality. Chika loves a bottle of red. If you go back to the first 2 Left Feet episodes, he's got a whole bottle of red every episode. I need to take you to Le Beaujolais. Big Arsenal fans. Yeah?
You paying?
Yeah, I'll pay. Yeah, I'm doing alright now.
Alright.
I'm doing alright. I'll get a few glasses of wine. I think next to Left Feet meeting, this is how I know I'm getting on.
Yeah.
I think Le Beaujolais, a glass of Cotes de Provence. I can't say it. That sounds like.
Are we filming there as well?
Nah, just like a little meeting, like a little bit of planning. Some blue cheese, crackers, bread, and then the owner's an Arsenal fan. I think that's what we do in Le Beaujolais. That sounds like a good. I think we're getting on, but that doesn't sound too bad.
Look, if it's a bottle of red, I'm there. Or sweet rosé, I'm there. I found out there's orange wine.
Yeah,
it's mad.
Yeah, it's a new thing. Like wines, there's like a lot of people that are like snobbish towards it. They're like, I had it. It was nice. Orange wines are nice. You know they make wine in Kent now.
I thought they won't make wine like everywhere.
No, because you have to have a certain climate for it. Because of global warming, you can now make white wine in Kent. They actually like have a vineyard. So yeah, any climate deniers out there, there's your answer. But yeah, there's like vineyards in Kent. Do you want to? Apparently, my mum was saying they pay people to come and live on the vineyard in the summer because they don't have enough people like picking the grapes. Like they had to throw out like loads of grapes last time. So essentially, you get paid to live on the vineyard for a week, pick grapes, and then get levered on wine. It's lit.
Damn, I've been to Kent a lot recently. So what's another trip?
I'll look it up. We could go and see who plays in Kent. Gillingham. You can go to a Gillingham game and then drink it.
Freeze at the vineyard.
Yeah. That's not a bad way. I'll bloody take that.
Gillingham.
But yeah, sorry, that was just my little side note. That was my story for the week. Oh, and I was also gonna show you before we got into it. I just remembered the other day I can do a really good Harry Redknapp impression.
Can you?
I was looking, like there's been this whole like Barclays men thing.
Yeah.
I was thinking about Pompey, '08, like, you know, Carnu.
Yeah. Yakubu.
Yakubu. Who else? Who else was playing for?
Was Bentley there?
Oh, do you know who I think of? There was a number.
David James.
David James. No, I don't think Bentley was there. I could be wrong, but there was like an Icelandic fullback who wore number 7. I'll never forget him. He was like began with a H. Oh, whoever's listening to this and is about our age is probably... It's like he was a player.
That was black, man.
Yeah, I thought he was black, but yeah, he was a really good player. I forgot his name. It's like Heidmanson or something, and he wore number 7 for Portsmouth. I'll see if I can find him. And then Pedro Mendes. Benjani.
Oh, Benjani.
Yeah. Number 7 Portsmouth. I'm going to find this.
Was Crouch there?
Yeah. Defoe.
Crouch and Defoe,
yeah. Number 7 Portsmouth FC. Oh, I'm going to write this full... He's called like Heidmanson or something. I bet you know his name. Fullback. Here we go. Portsmouth FC squad number history. I don't know why. This guy is like Barclays. Oh, it's going to bug me so much. He was... it's not loading. Basically, he was like a fullback and he wore number 7. He was like Iceland. I'm not sure if he was Icelandic or like another Scandinavian. Is Iceland a Scandinavian?
Yeah.
I'm not... Because like Finland isn't. Fun fact.
Yeah.
No, Finland's not. It's like more Russian influence. They nearly got invaded by... There's been like a lot of Russian invasions. So they have quite a big Russian influence. But they're not Russian. Finnish people probably killed me for saying that. They had like crazy wars and stuff. No one talks about it. There you go. Historian Jack. But
maybe Iceland.
Heidmanson, I think his name was. I think I've just remembered it.
Hyman.
Yeah, this is him. Herman Hreidarsson. He wore number 7 for Portsmouth. He bagged. Bear. He was such a player. I think this is him. Or is he a centre back? Have I just found another ice? He was a fullback. I swear to God he was a fullback. When was he at Portsmouth? A left back. He was a player anyway. That's another one. I was thinking about that Pompey team. That Pompey team were incredible. But yeah, anyway. It's leading me on to... I can do a really good Harry Redknapp impression.
Go on. There's some players.
Yeah.
Utaka.
I don't even mind just talking about this for the first bit. Like Portsmouth back in the day, like Harry Redknapp as a manager, Pedro Mendes in the middle, Peter Crouch, Jermaine Defoe. They even had Sol Campbell for a bit.
Yeah.
Carnu.
Glenn Johnson.
Carnu. Who else? David James.
Todorov.
What a play. Oh, I swear to God, you could just sit around and name players. Talking about this Portsmouth team is unbelievable. I could do it all day. It's just good memories. Do you remember they got to... Didn't they win an FA Cup as well?
I thought Paul Merson even played there a little while.
They won an FA Cup. They beat Cardiff in the final. 2008, I think it was. I could be wrong.
Paul Schmidt.
It was a long time ago, but... It's a really interesting documentary in Portsmouth as well. They say it's the most northern southern town. Pompey fans are pretty rowdy. Ronaldinho said it was one of the most atmospheric stadiums he's ever played in. Fun fact.
Is it?
Yeah. And do you know what? Looking back, ballers.
What's the stadium called again?
Fratton Park.
Fratton Park.
Yeah, and they always had there was always a really iconic sound that I can't think of right now. It was either a drum or like some bells that always used to play. There was like this instrument they always play, and I was like, oh, it's Fratton Park.
Okay.
Portsmouth fans are going to grill me. I loved watching games at Fratton Park, and it's just
especially the night games.
Night game at Fratton Park.
Oh,
good memories.
There's nothing wrong. Like so many goals are scored. They're bangers. Like Ronaldo scored a couple goals against them as well. It's iconic ones.
Yeah, and you know what it is as well. I know this is little. This is a little detail, but as someone who loves football kits, I love how they have a blue top, white shorts and red socks. You don't get too many teams that play in like a different colour for each part of the kit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, kind of.
I don't know. I just love that about them.
Yeah.
Like, name me another team apart from Rangers that do that.
France.
Yeah, and it's Leng.
Yeah, it's decent.
Yeah, but that's one. See if you can name another. It's tough.
We've done it once.
Did we?
We've done it once. We don't.
Yeah, but that's wrong for Arsenal. That's white socks, white shorts.
I don't know.
But anyway, as I was manager of Portsmouth, they called me a wheelie dealer. And, you know, we tried to sell Benjani. And, you know, I'm saying, Benj, you got to go to City, you know. We need the money at Portsmouth. My Harry Redknapp impression's going pretty bad. But, you know, they call me the wheeler dealer. Really, I'm a tactical genius, you know. My nephew, Frank, he was quite good as well. And my brother, I forgot my brother's name. But, you know... It's Harry Redknapp. I have Nico Crenshaw. I have Nico Crenshaw in the middle behind Benjani, Peter Crouch, and you know we had Defoe, we had Jermaine up top, and you know my son Jamie. I would have tried to get him in, but you know I got all these good signings, and you know we did all right at Portsmouth, but you know I think I did better at Spurs. You know, got me in Champions League and all that, but you know my name's Harry and I'm a legend. And I'm a celebrity. That's not bad.
Why do you sound like a schizophrenic fucking... You sound like a schizophrenic version of him, bro.
Alright.
Like a bit timid, like he had a bit more like...
Alright, okay, let's go.
No, please, let's
no.
No.
No, we tried to sign Benjani, and you know we had Pedro Mendes and Nico Crenshaw behind him, and you know Pedro Mendes, Hermanderson in the left back, you know, who's Icelandic. Bought Sol Campbell, David James. You know, some people said we were like the MLS of the Premier League. I don't know why I turned into Catherine Tate, the nan from Catherine Tate.
Oh, I used to love Catherine Tate, man.
Yeah.
That's a throwback.
Maybe Harry Redknapp should have been in Catherine Tate. But, you know, we had Benjani. I said, Benjani, you've got to go to City, you know, they want you there. Benj, you know, we need money for Poppy, you know, we're about to go in liquidation. And, you know, now I live down in Bournemouth. Chika's recorded me, but this is Harry. You know, I'm not a wheeler dealer. I'm not. My name's Harry. That's Harry. I'm a nephew, Frank. He turned out to be a very good footballer. So, you know, I think I can do... Can you do any accents?
Of course.
Go on.
I don't know who, like...
Go on.
What accents can I do?
No, it has to be in football, though.
In football?
Yeah.
Oh. Let me see.
Hey, I am the special one. I am Jose Mourinho.
I am Jose Mourinho.
Trying to think. I can't help that I'm gorgeous.
Fuck, what accents can I do? Like?
Alright, he's Scottish. Alex Ferguson.
I definitely can't do that. I have to do it in that position. I have to smash it. In that position, I just have to smash it.
I'm trying to think who else I could do. Who else could I do? First one, this guy. Yeah, you know, I did not. When Wenger got interviewed after the game, and they asked him if he could see it, he goes, I did not see it.
I have to do it.
You know. We have like when we're about to sign Ozil. Oh, have you got the signing? And then he turned into Dwayne The Rock Johnson. He went, I think you should look forward to it. I don't think he said anything. Wenger.
Oh.
Yeah. He was like, I think you should look forward to it. And he smiled like this.
I didn't remember that.
God, you could do one more.
What about Mbappe? Like, you play for the Lakers? Yes, the Lakers. When he's speaking English. Have you seen that videos of him speaking English? You play for the Lakers?
You play for the Lakers?
What? The Lakers? Yeah, I love the Lakers. Oh my god. Tottenham? Nah.
You can see if you can guess who I'm doing here. What's an encyclopedia? I can't really do it. Boom. Wasn't he Encyclopedia?
Grealish.
Yeah, that's quite good. That's not
DJ Grillo.
DJ Greelo. I can't do Brom. Oi, Sax.
I got friends from Birmingham actually. Well,
Brom.
from work.
Oi, yeah. Well, you know, did for gaffer. You know, Stevie was in the middle, and now I'm doing punditry on a Monday night, and I can't really do Scouse.
Is that Wazza?
No, I'm just doing Jamie.
No, that's more Waz. That was more Wazza.
Was that more Waz? I don't think that's a bad Scouse accent though.
No, it's decent.
Yeah, you know, did for gaffer. I can do
A key of Coke and a can of chips. What?
can of Coke and chicken and chips.
Chicken and chips. That was it.
Your Mbappe one was the best though, I think.
What?
Your Mbappe one was definitely the best.
That's all I can say though.
That was so
You
good.
pay for the Lakers? Have you not seen that video though? Yeah. What? When his eyes, have you seen when they make his eyes like really crazy?
Yeah. Werner's always good. I do not I can't do that.
He's got a lisp and he's German.
He kind of speaks like that.
Yes.
He kind of, I like to play for the Spurs, but I don't know what I'm going to be doing.
That's really good.
That's not bad.
That's really good.
That's not bad.
That's really
You know, he kind of sounds like he's so excited to play every week for Spurs. My Werner one's alright.
Yeah, it's decent.
Scottish. I think.
Is he gonna turn into accents? We did accents for like 10 minutes, bro.
It's so good though. It's so good. All right, maybe we should start talking about the football. All right, okay, one more accent. You got one more accent.
I feel like I can only do black guys. Like,
yeah, so do it.
use one more.
I'm trying to think of my side. What I can do.
What's that? Wait. I got one.
I got one.
There. What about what's his name? Mbappe, dog. Killy.
Who's that?
DJ Sturridge. Not DJ Sturridge, Daniel Sturridge.
Oh no.
Have you not seen that?
Oh no. I'm gonna do one that's gonna be.
When he was
nice
calling like, what was he? He called Salah Ack. Your Ack.
Oh,
Your Ack.
I got
That's
one.
what your Ack.
I got one to end it on. Guys, and this is gonna lead on to. I'm kind of going Arsene Wenger here, but guys, when you play football this season, these are the fucking standards, guys. These are the fucking standards, guys.
Good evening.
Good. Hey, good. Good evening. Nah, but I think my Arteta one's goated. Guys. If you sit down now, guys. Seriously, if we don't defend, these are the fucking standards, guys.
What's more important, the destination or the journey?
Or the journey. Yeah.
Laka. Wrong. The journey, guys. It's the journey.
So I could do Guardiola.
No, wait. It wasn't even the journey. It was like, it's the companions.
It's the companions on the journey. I was like, Pep just sounds like he's about to have a heart attack the whole time. He goes, he kind of sounds he kind of sounds like he's kind of French, but but he sounds like he's kind of sexually frustrated the whole time.
I think
I think we should, guys.
Yeah,
These are the fucking standards, and the fucking standards of these podcast guys is to have a good podcast, guys. And on that note, because we do this so infrequently, and guys, it's gonna be every 2 weeks. We have just finished watching Arsenal against Tottenham. By the time this comes out, we will have probably played City and Atalanta. So when we speak about this, and what I'm going to ask you, firstly, I'm going to ask you, do you think we beat Atalanta on this?
Yeah.
Do you think we beat City? Or do you think it's a draw or loss?
Oh. Draw.
My gut's telling me draw as well.
Yeah.
Okay,
draw.
so we're on the same page. I'm just going to be honest with you. I was very surprised by Arsenal's performance in the North London derby. I think what Arteta's got really well in this team is just I think I underestimated how defensively sound we are.
That's what I was saying to people, man. They don't understand, like, that we're the best defense in the league. Like, in 10 games in 10 away games in 2024, conceded 3 goals.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we've won 9 of those games, drew 1. And that was to what? Who was that to? Was that City?
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, like, I think he was always going to have to set up differently. I was surprised. I wasn't sure if he was going to go for the double pivot, but I think with Calafiori being out, I think he was forced to. But I was pleasantly, I was obviously nervous, but I was like, look, like, I looked at the Tottenham team, I was like, who do they have?
Yeah, for me, when I saw the team sheets and I saw how attacking Tottenham went, I just kind of pictured it in my head, and I thought, this is a new Arsenal side that love to defend. You've got 2 slow centre midfielders, and you're in Partey and Jorginho, all due respect. But I just saw, like, as someone who doesn't understand football nearly to the extent that a football manager like Arteta does, or Postecoglou does, or anyone that's done coaching qualification or even played semi-professionally, I just thought, this game writes itself. Tottenham going ultra attacking. They're gonna commit a really high press. They're gonna be really direct with the way they play, and they're not gonna be very intricate in the way with the way their passes. Yes, you could argue against that because you've got players like Maddison and Kulusevski in the middle. But what makes those players special is how direct and them playing that killer ball. If Arsenal just sit off, which they did with Partey and Jorginho, and play a deep block with Kai and Trossard ahead of them, you can see what the game plan's going to be. And if you've got 2 defenders like Saliba and Gabriel, and then you're going for a more kind of, with the new trend of centre-backs as full-backs in Timber and White, it's like the most naive tactic ever from Postecoglou. And I like, it almost reminded me of kind of when Wenger would go to places and always play the same way. And Postecoglou's kind of stuck. Look, Tottenham fans could. I haven't watched Tottenham that much, and Tottenham fans might tell me he does mix it up a bit. But the same way they played against us last season at home, they played against us this game, and I just thought Tottenham just completely played into Arsenal's hand. But we don't want to talk about the game too much, so to cut you off intentionally. You know what I mean. But with that defensive solidity, with a lack of depth and looking that good, and as Gary Neville said in his post-match conference, in his podcast, Sky Sports, or in his punditry, even on commentary, he said that Arsenal looked like a real team that have won titles. I mean, sadly we haven't recently, but we look like we just know how to get the job done, and it's brilliant. So going forward, even if we are as short as we are this season, do you think that Arsenal, in this position again, with the amount of games we have to play now as well, with more Champions League games on top of, I think it's an extra 2, is it, this season? Extra 2. Do you think they can keep that defensive solidity up, and how far can they take it in? Maybe how far, the question I want to ask you is how far can they take it in all competitions? Can they defend this well in the Champions League? Can they defend this well in the Premier League? And in the cup competitions, will it come in handy as well? Or will we play a second string side?
It would be tough. I think he's going to have to rotate. There's no way you can play this many games and not rotate. You know, I think we've got... It's not the biggest squad. It's not Chelsea's squad. But, you know, we've got enough cover in each position. Maybe when we're playing a lesser side in the Champions League, we're a bit more confident. The league... The fact that it's a league system probably means that you can't really rest as much as you probably wanted to, unless you kind of get to a position where you've won your first 4-5 games and you're kind of starting to lead the pack. But, and you want to get in the top half or the top, I think, third of it, because I think it's now a bye week, and in the middle of the pack, they kind of compete as a playoff to get into the knockout. So, I don't know. It's going to take a whole squad. You know, I like the look of Nwaneri when he came on. We've got Sterling in now to cover minutes. So it's going to be a case of, you know, subbing off the players after a while. if we're leading 3-0, 2-0, just making those precautionary steps before we have a big game.
Mm.
I think.
Yeah. And if I was to ask you your gut feeling in regards to the season, now obviously I know you predicted Arsenal to win the league when we predicted it with Mikey. Who do you predict to win the league? Arsenal still?
Yeah, you got back the boys. You know, even I'll say City's team. Yes, they got Gundogan back, but I think Haaland looks better than ever. Like
It's scary.
Haaland, but he scored more goals than every other team.
On Saturday, I was on the sideline. I'd just been subbed off at half time. Thank you, Tommy. I'm joking. Please, I like playing football. Please don't kick me out. I've said that. And I looked on my phone and it was like 1-0 Brentford. I went, all right, sweet. And I watched the game that I was in on the Saturday, and I went back to, I think it was about 18 minutes. And I went, okay, it's all right. And I thought, Brentford might do this. And now I felt confident. I went back to watching the game I was playing, and opened it up 20 minutes later, Haaland double. I was like, are you joking?
Yeah, bro.
Matty P wants him banned from the league.
Who doesn't? Fucking
It's
robot,
ridiculous.
bro. Fucking robot.
Like, how is it even possible at this point?
Bro, to score what, 11, is it 9 goals? 9 goals in 4 games? The standards are high, man. But I think, you know, if they're gonna have to kind of overplay him. They got no other striker this season. Like,
yeah, will he pick up an injury here and there? That is the question.
He picked up one last season, and you know they had Alvarez come in, and Alvarez balled out. But now they don't have Alvarez. They chose not to replace him. And
if there's one Achilles heel for them this season, where they obviously got the Chargers that will come and play, will that be Man City's Achilles heel? Ironically, if Haaland does injure something like his Achilles heel, who comes up up top?
yeah, I think they haven't played that false 9 in a while. I think they'll probably go for De Bruyne or Foden. But it'll be interesting to see what they do. They still haven't got some of their boys back. Rodri and Foden haven't played yet, so all since the first game of the season. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens with. It's a long season and it's only just the beginning, so like it's a lot of football to play, a lot of fucking football to play. So you know the league ain't set, and we even need to get the likes of Odegaard back. You know, every team kind of has a problem or two.
Yeah. Yeah, it's do you think Arsenal have more of a chance this season than to beating City the title than last season, or do you think they had more of a chance last season?
This season, but I think we have more of a chance. But I think as long as the rest give us a fair fucking shout, then
let's ignore the Brighton decision.
I believe this season they got a better chance. I believe Haaland is obviously better than ever, doing what he does best, killing teams off. You know, without his goals, I don't know where the fuck they'd be. You know, because they haven't played very well in some of the matches. But
yeah,
it benefits having such a killer like that in front of goal. But they have no cover for him. I don't know how they're going to rotate him in and out of the squads. Maybe they'll keep him in the Premier League games and probably rest him for the others. But yeah, I think they needed to probably sign a number 9 to replace Alvarez, because Alvarez, when Haaland even got injured for like a couple of weeks, he stepped up and really scored some vital goals, some good goals, and got some assists as well last season. So, yeah, I don't know. I think I like to say I have a better opportunity. I think we're stronger. It's just, you know, the refs have to be fair, equal, and maybe on our side more. You know what I mean? We deserve it.
Control that.
We deserve it. We deserve it, man. Like, yeah, just balance it out, man. Balance the scores. Give us a fair fight.
So do you think Haaland potentially getting injured and being overplayed, especially with more games as well? I mean, I saw City players complaining about it, so they're clearly worried about it a bit. So do you think that's a reason why Arsenal have more of a chance this season then?
Because of Haaland depth.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, you said they Arsenal have more of a chance this season, didn't you?
I think we've got better.
Yeah.
I think we've got quality depth. I think we've made signings that could probably solve certain dynamics that we struggled with last season. Maybe our left hand side. I think we're going to be probably a bit more defensively solid in some big games as well. And it's just more know-how. We've got years more experience.
Okay, so are you still backing Arsenal to win the league this season now?
Yeah.
Even with this lack of depth as well, do you think that's going to affect Arsenal
We've
as
got
well?
as much depth as our challengers, so...
But do you think that's an advantage then, if we're as thin as City? Or could you reverse that?
I'm not buying into it. We have as much depth as we had last season. I'm not buying into this.
Why do you think that?
The only position is we don't have a third striker in Nketiah. That's the only thing we didn't replace. Like,
so we are thinner?
Yeah, but I wouldn't say, like, we still got... Okay, we got... Havertz, Jesus up front. On the wings, we've got Saka, Trossard, Martinelli, Sterling. Nwaneri can probably play there as well. Anyway, in midfield, got Nwaneri taking up Vieira's minutes. We've got Declan Rice, Jorginho, Partey. Marskelly probably not going to get many minutes, but Marino's going to be replacing Smith Rowe's minutes. You know, it's not like Smith Rowe was even fit last season, so it's nothing that we're not used to. And at the back, we didn't sell anyone.
No, we just strengthened.
Yeah, so we even got more players. Calafiori.
Yeah, this is true.
Timber's back as well.
Yeah, fair.
Back
Never
and
felt
firing.
a bit like that.
So it's like, we're calm. Timber can play midfield too, so like, we're doubly calm.
Yeah, I mean,
We've got
randomly, we've even got Tierney.
Yeah, fuck that guy though.
Nah, he's good servant. He just got injured all the time, bless him.
Yeah, but he can't play in the system.
Nah, he can't. Nice guy though. Seems like a really sound bloke.
Yeah. Just be nice off.
So, okay, just to ask you the final question. Arsenal more of a chance to win the league this season?
I've answered that question.
Yeah, I'm just confirming that.
Okay.
I take that as a yes. And the lack of depth isn't a lack of depth.
Yeah, I'm not having that, man. That actually pisses me off.
Moving on. So I'm going to quote my mother here. As if people didn't already know, my parents are big Spurs fans.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, controversial.
He was screaming. What was he screaming?
My dad.
Yeah.
I think. Probably can't say that.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't say that. We only just started doing views recently. I don't want that to go. So, are Spurs in trouble? Because, as I was saying at the start, in regards to the way that Arsenal lined up against them, they do seem quite predictable with the way they play. They don't really seem to have a plan B. And again, Tottenham fans, you can you can disagree with me. That's fine, but I'm just basing it off because I don't really watch Spurs. Like, I'll be honest. Like, unlike some YouTubers who claim to watch every single game, which is not true, because you've got make the videos as well, and you literally don't have any humanly time to do everything if you watch every game. Just watch a bit of Match of the Day. Are they getting a bit too predictable?
Who?
Is there a lack of quality in that squad, Spurs? Because sorry, I was going to quote my mum. My mum said to me, as much as she's like, I do really like Ange Jack, but I'm starting to lose a bit of faith in him. I think Spurs fans, I think the tide is slowly going like that with Ange. And I'm only using my
They can't be too greedy. They can't be too greedy. Look at what we did 3-4 years ago, you know, finishing fifth twice in a row, and like what we're achieving, which is basically, I feel like a similar sort of stage. Like we're buying people like Ben White, we're like, what? We're buying people like Ramsdale, we're like, what? It takes a while for these players to gel together and really hop on board and change the mentality. It takes years to change the mentality. Like, we're only just kind of changing our mentality. Do you know what I mean? We're not winners yet. Obviously, we want to be, and I think we can finish the job. But I feel like Ange needs to be a bit more adaptable as a manager. Needs to show his tactical prowess, like show his in-game knowledge to change a game and make a change. Like it's like spot a weakness in the side, either his own weakness in his own side or a weakness in the opposition, and make a tweak around the 60th minute mark. Or
he made a decent. I thought Odebear, if that's how you pronounce it, did okay. but it's not the kind of experience you want to bring in on that game. I think he was born in like 2000. I think he's like 20 odd, if that. I think he's 19 maybe.
Yeah, 100%. But you gotta get the best out of your best players. Like Son, didn't really see him do anything second half.
He really does kind of just go missing sometimes.
He's not a touchline winger anymore. You got to put pressure on people like Ben White. Ben White can get skinned. Like you put Odegaard on that guy, and you'll see there will actually probably be problems.
Also, I was talking to my mum about this. Son does this really weird thing, and again, Son is, I think, he's up there with the Premier League greats. Let's be real with how he has performed and the longevity of him. But there's always been one really weird thing he does, and I've never really understood it. He'll beat someone on the wing, and then come back and try and beat him again. And I see him do it so many times. And then the few times he doesn't do it, he scores worldies. And I'm like, I'm not even a Spurs fan, but sometimes I look at someone, I'm like, you just beat him, drive. He done it against Ben White in the North London derby, and I was just like, mate, for such a direct player and someone who's so lethal at finishing. I think Matt P even said he's like one of the best finishers in Premier League history. And do you know what? That's not too far from the truth.
Until he played City last season.
But Son is a brilliant football player, but sorry, it's just a really weird side tangent. He does it all the time. It's like one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. He'll beat someone and it's like, no, I'm going to do it again. I'm like, bro, you're so direct. I don't know why you do this. Sorry, that was a weird side tangent. But he's got to play up top now, surely.
I think for certain games, you've got to adapt to what his best position will be. So, like, I think Ange, Solanke's a good player. He played pretty well, but you can see he didn't have that sharpness in front of goal. That chance he got that we gave him, someone would have just one touch, bang.
Yeah.
One touch, bang.
Yeah, he tried to fake shot.
Yeah, he took too long to set himself up, and he saw Saliba coming. It was just too late, man. Once Saliba has you in his sights, you're done.
Yeah.
But I think someone would have had that shot shot on goal well before. But I think we didn't see the best of Maddison. Maddison, he didn't really do too much. Like, he just putting balls into the box. Like, he wasn't really getting in any threatening positions. He started to drop Maddison a bit deeper as well. So, it's just a lot of things that even with Doggy going forward wasn't even great this time as well. But it's a lot to. But they're a young team. Like, they'll still be, I think, 5th or 6th in the league. They just need to be a bit more cutthroat and a bit more tactical and be a bit more savvy.
It wasn't intricate. It felt like they were kind of just throwing the kitchen sink at any opportunity.
They played into our hands. We blocked the middle and they tried to keep just coming through us.
Yeah, it just didn't. And it's like they had really. I'm trying to. Like Brendan Johnson's direct, pacey. Odegaard, when he came on, direct, pacey. It's like you kind of had to let Arsenal come on to you a bit so you could expose that lack of pace in the middle. And as someone who doesn't, again, who's not an expert, and like Ben White, he's pretty fast, but he's not the most rapid. I mean, there is that video against Bayern Munich where he looks incredibly rapid. Timber, he's very fast, he's very strong, but he's not the most rapid and strong. Again, in comparison to like a Kyle Walker. So you kind of had to draw Arsenal in. And when they did draw Arsenal in and they kind of broke out, think of the Brennan Johnson chance. As much as Arsenal did become really compact and it was really impressive how well they defended, it was just like, you can see every time that's where you're hitting the weak spots. And it was just like, and then you'd play one too many passes. I'm just like, even as a Spurs fan, I'd be going crazy. It was just weird. It was just like everyone could see what you had to do, and you just played into the hands. So yeah, I mean, I was gonna say Poch, and I think Tottenham fans will slowly become frustrated. Kind of similar. I'm not comparing him to the legacy of Arsene Wenger. I'm just saying it's a similar circumstance of when Wenger was very stubborn with the way he wanted to play and would never mix it up. And Ange is kind of doing that right now. And I think as much as he is a great manager, seems like a lovely bloke and someone who you'd run through a brick wall for, I would anyway, you Tottenham fans will lose patience because they'll get frustrated. It's like turning up and knowing that you're gonna play one way and getting red every week. It's like teams will be able to work that out. And also Solanke, I said it in the last pod, I don't think he's worth 60 million. He just hasn't got that something, and I said that.
Look, like, I think Solanke's a good player.
No, I'm not. Again, I'm not saying he's bad, but he's not the star player that they need. He's not a massive upgrade.
I think they've gone for Premier League proven talent. I think he scored a lot of goals. I don't think he's the best goal scorer, but he scored a lot of goals for a Bournemouth side. He scored more than Watkins, I believe. People forget that. In a much worse team. So, and he's a good player. Like,
but do you not also think that was the way that Bournemouth played last season? They were like very high pressing, and I suppose that does fit Spurs very well. But as much as it's with worse players, Bournemouth did have a good campaign, and they were playing very high attacking football. So his XG and his chances would have increased. And you do still have to put it in the net, but does that not complement him a bit more?
give Solanke a chance, man. Like, he's been injury prone towards the end of last season and beginning of this season. Didn't do very well against Leicester. He had quite 2 golden opportunities, but I think he'll be fine. Like, you know, he kind of be what Havertz is for us. Scoring every now and then, being frustrating, but putting in a shift. But Solanke made a lot of great presses, a lot of great challenges. Like, you lose the ball, win it straight away. Like, he was good. He played well.
No, but that's what I'm saying. He's a good player. It's just that extra something. It's that Son comparison.
The market's shifted.
I know. But
60 million is not going to get you world class anymore.
I know. But I'm just saying he wasn't a massive upgrade. I'm not sure.
I think he is. And what? Richarlison?
He's an upgrade. That's definitely sure. But I don't think it's a massive upgrade. I know.
Was Havertz a massive upgrade on
Jesus? No, but Solanke can't exactly drop deep and play in the 10. The reason why we paid so much for Havertz is because of his versatility as well.
We paid It's mad because Havertz was supposed to be centre midfielder. Like, many a time, Arteta bought him to play that left side 8. It didn't work, and Arteta literally said recently, it was like, sometimes players just thrive in different positions and create different relationships on the pitch, and he had a great one up front, so now he's a striker. So it's one of them. Like, technically, that's why he signed Marino. Havertz supposed to be doing what Marino was. Do you know? So it's a sticky one.
I don't know. I just don't think it's something about him. And I know I've started a football podcast with you, so I should have an explanation, but I don't. He just hasn't got that special something. And I know there's not
You don't.
And I know there's not a lot of number 9s out there, so I do understand why they did buy him. This guy's in the Premier League. He plays in a similar system. He's English. He scored a lot of goals. Completely makes sense.
Do you think Evan Ferguson is one of them?
No.
He's not special.
Just seeing how bad Ireland are as a football team, I have no hope in any Irish players anymore. We are. I don't think awful's even the word.
Did Ferguson play in the qualifiers?
It was
Nations League.
Nations League. He came off the bench because he hadn't. To be fair, he hasn't played since March, and he was carrying an injury the tail end of when he was playing. So like 2024, he's pretty much been injured the whole time. But nah, he's missing something as well. I think number 9 is a really dying breed. They need to sign you, mate.
I'm barely playing football right now.
yeah. But you'll be back. But yeah, no, I don't... It's weird, man. I just really miss the days of there just being number 9s. Luis Suarez, even paying 35 million for Andy Carroll. Screw it. You knew what you get with him. Not much. But he was a number 9. Like, Fat Ronaldo. I can talk right
got
now.
Vardy.
I've got fucking more rolls than Greg sitting on this sofa right now, but even Fat Ronaldo, yeah, Vardy, but I mean, he's one of few left. I mean, it's brilliant having him back. That's what I mean. I'm bloody excited. Ibra, when they done a swap deal for Ibrahimovic and Neto, those were the number 9 days. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
The Inter Milan Barcelona swap deal. Those were the number 9 days. I'm actually getting goosebumps talking about Van Persie. Massive. Rooney before he decided.
Van Persie's team lost 7-1 on the weekend.
Is he a manager?
Yeah.
Who?
Hersveen.
Oh, Herenveen.
Herenveen, that's it.
Yeah. Van Persie. Trying to think who else. Name me a number 9 from like the... Drogba. Torres.
Suarez.
I said Suarez.
Shearer.
Even
Yorkie.
even Adi Bayor. Even bloody Adi knee slide Bayor.
Meet you.
Crouch. Screw it. Danny Graham. I miss the Danny Grahams.
Kevin Phillips.
The Ricky Lamberts.
Danny Ings in his prime.
The Danny Ings in his primes.
Threw it back. Pause.
Is it Bafatimbi Gomez who done the celebration as a lion for Swansea?
Bonnie.
No, not Bonnie.
Wilfred Bonnie.
Bafatimbi Gomez.
Wilfred Bonnie.
Yeah, Bonnie was one of them.
Wilfred Bonnie, yeah.
What,
He did that.
Goal first one. No. No, it was Gomez. He signed from Leon. He would get on he'd like crawl and pretend to be a lion.
Demba Ba. CC.
Oh, I miss it, Chika. I really miss it. Now we got people thirsting over a bloke called Yorikes. Oh.
I like Yorikes.
Yeah, because he's all we got left.
Yeah, I've got a few.
Them were the days. I miss Danny Graham. I really miss Danny Graham.
That's one guy I don't miss.
I really miss Danny Graham. I'm just going to say it. I really miss him. To move on, whilst you look through your fantasy, if you're not part of the Two Left Feet Fantasy League, get to know.
Am I top of that league?
Yeah, you're top of the league, and I have to buy you a Premier League shirt if you're choosing by the end of the season if you win that. So, anyone who follows us on TikTok and stuff, or even listens to the podcast, please knock Chika off the top. I don't want to buy him a Premier League top. But a feature we haven't done in a while, Maddest Moment of the Week.
Maddest moment?
Yeah, I love doing this. I want to go first because I've been wanting to tell this story.
Alright, go on then.
You know, like you hear mad injuries.
Yeah.
Have we got the same one?
No.
Oh, okay. Like you hear mad injuries. I think Carlos Tevez slipped in the shower when he was at West Ham and was injured for like 2-3 weeks. Might have not been Tevez, but there's another number 9. Bolton player. Victor Adeboyejo. I think I pronounced that right. That sounds like a Nigerian surname.
Yeah.
Did I pronounce that right?
I haven't seen it. Let me see. Yeah, Adebayo.
Adebayo. I can't say it.
Adebayo.
Victor Adebayo.
I think he actually might. Yeah, he actually pronounced the J. Adebayo. Yeah, I think so. Adebayo.
It's the way they move the mouth.
Adebayo.
It's when you speak another language.
Adebayo. What?
You use your mouth.
What do you do, man?
Anyway.
What did Victor do?
I'm going to call him Victor. Victor Adebayo, the Bolton Wanderers striker, got injured. And as I said before, there's been some weird injuries in the past. Now for Hammersmith, I think it's Josh, the number 2 keeper, for the twos with me. He's a massive Bolton fan. And the look on his face when I found this story, because it was the first thing I told him. Good old Victor is injured for 4 weeks. Can you guess how he got injured for 4 weeks? This is, if there's silence, it's just Chika thinking.
I'm not sure. For one time, yeah, I'm blank for once.
It was a hefty sneeze.
You're joking.
I think it was 3 or 4 weeks. I'm laughing because I could hear my dad snoring in the background. He's injured because he sustained a nasty back injury after a hefty sneeze.
Was this during training or during...
Victor, a striker for Bolton Wanderers, had been due to take part in a Bristol Street Motors Trophy group game at Barrow on Tuesday. He was forced to pull out of the squad, however, because of discomfort in his back and rib cage. Manager Ian Evett, who was already missing first-team players because of injury and the international break, said the pain appeared to have caused a pretty hefty... The pain appeared to have been caused by a pretty hefty sneeze. He's had a scan and he felt a crack in between his ribs. The rumour is he was out for... I think he still might be out, but I think it was 3 to 4 weeks. So, good old hay fever in September took out good old Victor. So that's my maddest moment of the week. Good old Victor got taken out by a hefty sneeze.
That's a good one.
Imagine your manager, and
Aki would never speak to you again.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame him.
Never speak to you.
I wouldn't blame him. What's your maddest moment? Go on. You always win these.
Nothing Let me even listen to this. This one follows the journey of a footballer with many identities.
Okay. Oh God, probably story time.
He lives a double life. His name is Sebastian Marseille.
Okay.
Born a Uruguayan, but he has a couple side hobbies that's kind of been fueling his football career so far.
I think I can guess what they are. Don't cancel me.
Wait, what are they?
It's got something to do with drugs.
Oh, you want drugs?
No, it's got something to do with drugs.
So, well, it wasn't...
Okay, I'm right. You can't cancel me.
So basically, he's basically living Alex Hunter / freaking Walter White. Do you know what I mean? So basically, Sebastian Marseille, born in Uruguay, and he is a South American drug kingpin or criminal kingpin.
Yeah.
You know, he's his activities go from drug dealing, transporting, gang-related activity, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But and he has a love for football and always wanted to be a footballer. So he started buying a local club in Uruguay.
How did you feel that?
Many ways.
I wonder how.
Just selling food.
Yeah. We call that something different in London. Yeah, I watched Top Boy.
This guy, bro. So basically, essentially, he's been... Any time the authorities are onto him, he'll literally buy another club, move to that club, play at that club, and just literally like invest and launder money through that club whilst also playing in the number 10 shirt. So he's gone from like Brazil, and then it's the same pint all over again.
Did he at least play alright?
Yeah.
Oh, he's alright?
Yeah, apparently he was decent.
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so, he's living life, man. He was like the owner and the player, But yeah, anytime that the authorities would get close to sniffing him out, he'd just get a new identity and go to another country in South America and do the exact same thing. And I think the last known location was a Bolivian club that he bought, but I think they got relegated to the 3rd division. And he's now gone again on the run. So yeah, I think that was pretty mad. But yeah, he's also employed to obviously play football, but launder money for
What's the end of this story?
That's the story, man.
Did he eventually get caught?
No, he's never been caught.
Where is he now?
No one knows. But I'm sure he'll be popping up onto your nearest field. Maybe it's at Hammersmith FC.
He never got caught?
Yeah, never.
And this is recent?
Yeah, well, the story was told recently, and there's literally footage of him playing. Like, footage of him, like...
Recent footage?
Yeah, footage of him doing interviews and stuff like that, yeah.
So he was buying clubs?
Buying clubs, yeah, and then each of the local authorities will start to suss it out, and he just in time, flee to another country.
God, he must have had a good operation going. So it was drugs?
Oh, criminal underworld.
Yeah, drugs. He could have been a hitman.
Ah.
That's more, maybe not, because he wasn't a number 9. Oh, I love number 9.
How do you know?
Don't know. 10, you're more of a playmaker. You're making deals.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You were playing 10 this week. Maybe you're the one making deals.
Yeah. You're shaking hands. What? Sorry. Well, there's no end to it. Maybe we come back to that. That's incredible. So what's his name?
Sebastian Marseille.
But does he go by another name now?
Yeah, he goes by hella names.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, he keeps changing his name.
In like a social media age, how do you not get caught?
I don't know. I don't even know how we're privy to this information, but yeah. I like your story more though.
Yours was like more story time. Mine was weird.
Yeah, but yours is still mad. Like you're sneezing and just.
Yeah, you can't get cancer for a sneeze.
Yeah.
Talking about your one though, there is a civil war going on at Chelsea. I think it's Clear Lake, is it? That Bowley's fight. Is it? I've forgotten the name of the other owner that bought shares in Chelsea, and he wants to buy Bowley out of his shares. So essentially, the war has kind of exposed how clueless both of them are. Bowley came in and I think he owned was it the LA Dodgers he owned? I think it was the LA Dodgers. You know, glitz and glam, Hollywood. And with being from a kind of Hollywood-based area, as you saw with him falling out with Bowley and some of the signings he made, he wanted to make loads of like Hollywood signings, which we saw like Aubameyang, Sterling. Maybe Aubameyang was the wrong person to mention first, but Aubameyang, Sterling, Thiago Silva to an extent, Koulibaly, the hottest sought-after centre-back on the market. And then there was even that massive argument between Tuchel and Bowley that was well documented about him really wanting to sign Cristiano Ronaldo. So that was the plan going in first, and obviously we saw how that went. And then the recent transfer policy seems to have come from the other owner, whose name I've forgotten, so please don't shoot me, I'm not a Chelsea fan.
It begins with E.
Yeah, and his transfer policy essentially, from what I've heard from Chelsea fans and from what I've watched and read, is to stockpile the club with shit ton of youngsters from South America, which we've seen recently as well, and kind of see what works best. And so essentially I think he's trying to find hidden younger talent. So it's like two polar opposites, and I think Rory Jennings was saying it's like the worst kept secret that they haven't talked in ages. With this, surely it's got to be resolved soon.
Well, I saw somewhere that the other guy is ready to buy out Todd Bowley's stake just to get him out of the club.
Yeah. And you can see he's obviously having more of an influence with the type of signings they're making, bar Sancho and Pedro Neto, maybe.
Yeah, 100%. Still young, very young. Sancho's still, 24, 25?
Yeah, but he's like a Hollywood signing, kind of. Or maybe that is...
25 mil.
Yeah.
Pedro Neto was pretty expensive. But they're still, like, signing, the Enzos, the Caicedos. It's still a very young team. Like,
yeah.
Thiago Silva is now gone. Like, there's no one there over the age of 24.
I just don't know how they got in a situation like this. Obviously, Abramovich had to sell very quickly. But I've never seen an ownership... Well, I have seen an owner buy a club and kill it many a time. That's probably what's really wrong with football at the moment. But, like, in a stable... Okay, let's take out the fact that a club gets essentially killed from the owners. We've seen that happen a lot of time. When a club is still run well financially, I've never seen owners come into a club and make as many bad decisions as these new Chelsea own. Surely when you buy the club, as much as it was last minute, you think, the person I'm buying it with, the guy I'm going to buy the club with, probably would be good if we're on the same page a bit, you know? I know I'm coming from another sport, but maybe we could have a little chat and talk about, before we buy this club, maybe we should have a strategy on how we want to run it. I just don't understand how that conversation wasn't had. Because clearly it's two contrasting ways they want to run the club. And clearly the madness and the circus that club's become. And it's like any time they're doing really well, it's like someone's got a different opinion in the club,
It's always,
and they shoot themselves in the foot.
Yeah,
It just makes no sense.
Always got a cloud over them.
Do you see a way for... I mean, maybe it's a good thing if Bowley gets bought out because there's only one voice. But even then, I think the other owner with like some of the purchases, it just feels like everything feels pointless.
Yeah.
It's like they're doing it to do it. It's like, I feel like both owners, Bowley and the other guy, again, sorry, I've forgotten his name. I think it's Clear. Is it Clear Lake? I think it's Clear Lake, or something like that. It feels like they have both bought Chelsea as a midlife crisis. I think Chelsea are suffering from two white men's midlife crisis, and instead of buying that big boat, that big yacht that will take you down the Greek islands, they thought, let's buy a football club in Chelsea. Everyone's seen every rich, middle-aged white man go for it. They either buy a big yacht, just fucking... Sorry, it just reminds you that too many fucking people have too much money in this world.
It's gonna be crazy. Like they even got Estavia Willian to come. Like it's just, honestly, don't understand how they've got a squad. I don't know how training is even going on at the moment.
Dude, it's the Royal Rumble.
Like it's crazy, but the team is actually pretty good, man.
But I think that's luck. In the sense, like, sorry, not luck. Maresca's been like, all right, this is chaos. I'm gonna make. I think that's why he was so like fierce with the way he handled Chilwell, Sterling, because he had to, as you say, like
you had to push them out. Yeah.
You had to, and someone's gonna do it.
Bear in mind, 2 of them haven't gone yet. 3 of them haven't gone.
Yeah.
Fucking Trevor Chalobah hasn't permanently gone. Chilwell's still there.
Yeah.
Sterling's still technically being paid by them as well.
Yeah, it's an unbelievable deal. I kind of just wanted to bring it up because I was just like, I am actually lost for words now. I think they both need to sell it. It's like when two friends have a argument in the friend group and you're like, all right, guys, you need to make up for everyone else's sake. They both need to sell for the sake of that club. I mean, I'm not a massive fan of Chelsea, so if they don't decide, I'm happy with that as well.
They haven't made them return back. They can't sell, surely.
I just think the only way to describe Chelsea at the moment is just one midlife crisis. One big fat midlife crisis from two rich people that have too much money. The yacht wasn't enough.
Jesus.
So they thought, do you know what, dude? I think I can take over a football club. They hit it the same way they do in baseball. It's just like, yeah. Oh my God, if I was a Chelsea fan. I'm lost for words.
Good.
And that leads me to the outro because it is running late. Who is your freak of the week? Before we go.
Oh. Who's been freaky? I really need to catch up. Sells. Matt Sells.
For who?
Forest.
Oh, the keeper?
Yeah.
He nearly made a clanger though.
Nearly, didn't.
Yeah, clean sheet.
Clean sheet.
I'm so
got me 9 points in my fantasy.
You're so good. Do you watch shows for fans? You definitely watch shows.
I always have I had Chris Wood at the beginning. He scored me 2 goals. It was going great. If
you win it, should I buy you like a La Liga top or like a Serie A top?
No, you'll get. I won't get an Arsenal one. I'll make it interesting.
You'll get a Forest one.
I'm not getting a Forest one. Let's.
You're not going to get any other Premier League team top.
Yeah, of course not.
Yeah, so okay, I'll allow you to. Well,
unless I have like a player that I really love, but what am I gonna get like?
Okay, so that's a really good one. Clean sheet against Liverpool at Anfield. That's not bad. I'm trying to think of my howler. Vicaria, Spurs. I go in for Timber when.
You'll need to unlock.
Sorry.
Something went wrong.
Yeah, a lot went wrong for
Fucking
Vicario Siri.
That's a howler.
Yeah, I think that is a howler from me as well. I've got my new phone coming tomorrow. But yeah, I think Vicario, giving it the big in to Timber, and clearly showing Arsenal that he was anxious. My mum, watching it with my mum, she even said Vicario looks really shaky, like he looks really jumpy. He was nervous about those corners, and he should have dealt with the one for the Arsenal goal.
He had no protection on it. No, you can tell, like, even Aaron said, yeah, we didn't practice them, basically.
Yeah. Well, they should have done. And do you know what? Not just, I'm going to leave it on this. Vicario Howley should have dealt with the corner, and he was going mad and losing his head, and yeah, he was just being extra weird. But the Premier League, for this one reason, why the hell are we playing in our away kit against Tottenham?
Yeah.
That's a howler. That should not be allowed. Apparently, we had too much white on our kit. There's more white on the kit last year, I swear.
I think it's the
The
sleeves. It goes from the top
Yeah.
rather than it's cut from the shoulders. But I don't know. It's bullshit.
I've seen bigger kit clashes
Yeah,
than that.
there's been so many other kick clashes. They're just being pernickety. They don't, bro. The Premier League hates us, bro.
It just didn't fit. It generally took it away from the game a bit.
Yeah.
We should not be wearing a black kit against Spurs.
Keep the game classic.
Yeah. I know we had a bit of red on there, but I was just
That means when Tottenham come to us, they're gonna have to wear like a.
What's their away kit?
I don't even know.
What is their away kit? Oh, that blue one.
Yeah, blue.
The one that looks like pyjamas.
Maybe it's that one. Yeah.
Yeah. And they got the green one. The green one's quite nice, but the blue one does look a bit like pyjamas. I'm not the Arsenal kit. Every time I think I like it, I think of Lynx Africa.
I just think of Palestine.
Ah, that's a good way to look at it, actually. Yeah, that's a nice way to look at it. All right, sweet. I think that's us done. I don't know how to outro. Bye.
See you next time.